Good morning, everybody, to Marketing Matters. I'm Sarah Touchstone, your social media marketing strategist with Landmark Title. We bring you Marketing Matters every Wednesday on the Zoom land. Yes, we've been doing this for over a year. Nikki and I were talking about how this is where we still are, guys. We're still in Zoom. But the great thing is that no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, there is content available for you. So speaking of content, I am joined by Nikki Soto today. She is social media everything. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Nikki in a BNI meeting. She's very active in her BNI chapter. She's all about networking. And I had the opportunity of hearing her speak about Instagram, about Reels. And y'all know this is a hot topic right now. We have been telling you, do the Reels, do the video. And I know you're sitting back there going, Sarah, I want to do it, but I don't know how to do it. And that's why we've got Nikki on today, because she's going to break it down and tell you how to do it and how to leverage it for your real estate business. So welcome, Nikki.
Hi, thanks for having me. So, I'm Nikki Soto. My company is called Your Social Cure, and I do, as Sarah said, all things social media. So the end goal, the real short, like to the point is I want to help you get business from social media. We are in an increasingly virtual world. We have convenience at our fingertips to where we can have these kind of conversations in our bedroom, and in pajamas, and not leave the house to still get information and put ourselves at risk in these giant rooms with thousands of people in them. So what I do and what I really focus on is video marketing. So I do social media, get business on social media with a heavy emphasis on video marketing. My true belief is that you will not build yourself faster than if you could just use video. Video is the number one way to get growth, exposure. Instagram has already said it, that Reels is contributing in the short form video world, has grown exponentially since 2020. So when we think about how old social media is, Facebook's been around since 2008. Instagram's been around since 2011. Reels just celebrated its 1-year anniversary in the middle of August. So it's all relatively new, and I'm not sure how long everybody has been in business, but the people that have been in business for a long time never had to worry about growing their business on social media. They had to do it the old school way, right? Pick up the phone, go knock on doors. I mean, we still do that. That's a leg of business. But when we have the opportunity to be seen in front of millions of people, and it takes one 15-second video to have that possibility of going viral and having that exposure, and now having all these new friends that we can nurture and get business from and leads from, it's never been this easy. And then the people, if people are relatively new in business, they may have come from corporate America, never really had to worry about growing themselves online. And now they're into a whole new world where you're your own marketer, you're your own accountant, you're your own boss. You have to have self-discipline. You have to feel like all of your hands need to be in all of these buckets, and people like Sarah and people like your lender partner can help give you the tools that you need to be successful. But in my belief, I don't think it's possible to do it without having an online presence, whether that's a Facebook, Instagram, a Google My Business, a YouTube channel. Again, my passion and my emphasis is going to rely heavily on video. The statistics are just too great to ignore about how powerful video is. And I'm just going to pull up my notes because I wrote down a few statistics about video. Video is the number one way marketers sell product. 70% of people who watch videos will make a purchase. 95% of people retain information when it's in a video format, and video drives traffic back to your website by 150%. So it means all of these statistics are so close to 100%, it's not even funny, and greater than 100%. And then when you think of who looks at houses online, virtual tours, property tours on video, people are finding their houses online and they're shooting that over to their agent saying, can we go look at this? And they're like, what is this? We know that people are congregating from everywhere to Arizona. Arizona's the number one, what is it? The number one house price increase, population increase, rent increase. I mean, it's just a wonderful time to hop on choo-choo, the train of the video train, and get to it. So all of this to say, right? It's no longer like this beautiful production, like hair, makeup, like videographers, mic'd up. Like the wonderful and easiest thing to me about short form video is you can literally hold up your phone and say who you are, what you do, have a little sound on the background. All of these easy things that you can do from the comfort of your home, and to where your audience feels like it's very much in the moment with them. So the CEO of Instagram has said that Reels contributes to the number one growth and exposure that platform is having right now. All of the people on the platform, the number one growth and exposure for them is due to Reels. But he also said that the United States has tremendous potential because India is having a ton of success. So India is using it. India is seeing the most success, not necessarily the United States. So although it seems like you'll go to the Reels page, you'll scroll and it's a lot of people on there, not a whole lot of US, not a whole lot of real estate, not a whole lot of Arizona specific stuff on there. There's a lot of potential and not so much competition. I think when we have things that are brand new, right? This is a year old. TikTok's about 5 years old, but it didn't start getting traction and growth until 2020. So that's still kind of within the first year or two as well. And I mean, the biggest resistance that I hear from people about TikTok or Reels or whatever is, I don't want to dance, and that's for kids. And those things couldn't be further from the truth any longer. Yes, you need to keep your audience engaged. Text can pop up like fun, trendy sounds, and there's trends and dub overs and all of those things. But the fact of the matter is, short form video, which is 60 seconds or less, is extremely bite-sized content that people can easily digest. So they don't have to sit through a 5-minute video of, I don't know, boring stuff to kind of get to the meat and potatoes. So it's really fast paced. It's a really strong headline. It's polarizing content. I mean, there's a strategy to it, right? And so I don't know if anybody wants to kind of put in the chat what their experience is with Reels, what questions they currently have, because what I'll show you is kind of the basic things to look at as far as Reels and how to make one. I have my phone hooked up, so I'll go into my Instagram and I'll show you how to add audio, how to add filters, how to do some things. But if you have specific questions, put them in the chat. So when we think of a whole social media strategy, Reels are just one piece of that strategy. Short form video, long form video, carousel posts, or those swipe through posts, the former infographic, right? Those long images, they don't fit properly on an Instagram post. And so cutting them up into squares to where they're just text and people can swipe through. Multiple image posts perform better. Video performs the best, all those things. This isn't necessarily an Instagram class, but I only have so much time to talk about how to be better on social media, right? So,
yep. Nikki, we do have a question.
Okay.
Excuse me. How is Reels different from a short video?
So the Reels and a TikTok and a YouTube short, those are all short form videos that are vertical and they're 60 seconds or less. So you have short form videos and you have long form videos. I personally think we're going to get away from horizontal and it's going to be strictly vertical. That's not the case yet. I think it's going in that direction though. So on YouTube, you have these long videos, you know, hours of potential worth of video that you can post, and it's typically horizontal. And your vertical ones of the 60 seconds or less are going to be the vertical, and those are the short form videos. So long form, typically 1 to 3 minutes, short form under a minute. So that's kind of when you think of a short video, you're thinking of a minute or less. You're thinking of the attention span of your audience, how you can capture their attention quickly. And when we're in a world, like when you think about how you get on Instagram or on TikTok or on Facebook even, and you're just doing this, right? We're just doing this. How do we get people to stop? Once they stop, the time starts. Watch times, saves, and shares are the number one thing you should worry about when thinking about content. So our own social media, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. If we want to get business from social media, our own social media is no longer about us. It's about what our audience wants to see. So when you think about what's my audience going to be interested in, what are they Googling late at night? What are questions I'm constantly getting asked by people? What are some recent things that have happened in my real estate deals, you know, appraisal issues, multiple offer situations, whatever it is in the industry that you're experiencing, obviously you're attracting more of that. And so you can help explain to the masses what's going on in the real estate industry. That's your audience. And now they're going to go to you because you on video with your confidence and your explanations and your education that you're providing them, you're their go-to expert now. So with that, I'll connect with my phone and let me know if any questions pop in as well.
Will do. Nikki, how do you find content for your reels? Like, how do you kind of come up with it?
So when we think of, so that is a loaded question. So typically, like, I'll sit down with a realtor, right? We'll have a consultation and we'll go over what it is that they're passionate about, who it is that they're trying to target. It all starts with an audience. It all starts with who you're trying to target, who it is, what kind of area, what kind of clients, what kind of history you have, experience you have. All of those things play a part into it. And when we think about when people are like, well, I want to help buyers and sellers, I'll go anywhere. That's called broad niching. And we don't want a broad niche. We want to hone it down and we want to get super clear on it. We want to attract our ideal client. I mean, with any profession, with real estate, with social media, with title, we want to attract the people that we want to work with, the people that aren't going to text us at 11 o'clock at night demanding a response right away. We don't want picky people. We want easy, smooth transactions that will refer us later on, that will provide us a 5-star review. And so we want to align with that proper audience. And so defining the target audience is step one. The next step is coming up with content pillars. I'm trying to connect on my phone. There we go. I'm going to stop the share and then I'll
Okay, perfect. Yep.
There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to hop on my Instagram and I'm going to stay there for a second. So when we think about creating content, I go off of a 5-pillar system, and I find a 5-pillar system is very easy because I can do one of these pillars a day. So a 5-day work week, I can do a pillar a day. 5 times 4 weeks in a month is 20 pieces of content. So I find that extremely easy. Work smarter, not harder type of thing. So I create content that's educational, again, what people are Googling late at night, entertaining, what's going to evoke a positive emotion with my audience, what they're going to find funny, inspirational, what's going to make them feel good. Everybody loves to feel inspired in the morning. Everybody loves, that type of content. It's an easy, low-hanging fruit one to do. Promotional content. So why somebody should choose you as their realtor, versus somebody right down the street? Like, what are your qualifications? Why are you the badass agent that you are that nobody else can touch? And then engaging content. So that's like those pieces of content that you'll see, like, which bathroom do you like better? Do you like a jacuzzi tub? Do you like a steam shower better? Do you like white countertops? Do you like dark countertops? You know, light and airy, dark and moody, this or that's, which ones, quizzes. Those things are designed to get a lot of comments and boost you up in the algorithm because of the extreme engagement that you'll get in that pillar of content versus another one.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm in my Instagram. So how we even do a reel. So first, I'll show you where the reels are. So on my very bottom of the screen, you're going to see a little house, a magnifying glass, and then this little icon in the middle. That's the reels icon. So you'll click it, and then that's where you scroll and see all of the other reels that people are doing. This is great to get inspiration for what you can do and how you can use sounds or things that people are doing and to your own business. And then you will hit this plus sign up at the very top right corner, plus sign, and then it'll say, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a post, a reel, a story highlight, IGTV video? Do you want to go live, do a guide? So you do reel, and then there's me. Hi. You'll see, I'm looking at my computer, not my phone. So the toolbar on the left-hand side, use the music symbols, the time, the speed, the filters, the effects, and the timer. So we'll go through those. The very bottom of my screen, the bottom left, that's where I can upload anything in my phone. If I've already filmed video on my phone, I can then upload it from my camera to my reels, or I can do it in real time like this. I can press the record button in the middle of the screen, and then I can say what I want to say. Typically, people like to add filters. So I'll click these little cute stars, and then I'll find like a filter that I really like. Like, I really like this honey filter. It makes my hair look wonderful. So I've got my honey filter on. I can choose my time limit, right? So it's set at 30 seconds, but I can do 15 seconds, 60 seconds, or 30 seconds. It's capped out at 60 seconds. So you can't do anything longer than that, or you have to make, a part 2. The music, that's something that's extremely important. And I want to put emphasis on the sound that you choose. When you see my saved folder right here, I'm going to have audio in there that I've saved for another time. If somebody saves the audio that you use, that's one of the highest performing parts of the algorithm in a reel, is the music choice or sound bite that you use. Now, when you're looking at your phone and you see music and you don't see, I'll leave my phone. Let me stop my share. When you're looking at your music and you are like, what happened to music? I don't have any good noises or any sounds or whatever. Your music selection is extremely limited. That means you need to become a creator account, that you're stuck in a business account and you need to make yourself a creator account. So if anyone has, so it looks like there's one, a professional account. Are you limited to music choices? Perfect. Thanks, Jessica. So you can be a professional creator account. If you are a professional business account, you get no music choices. So that's going to be the big difference. You can still go when you're scrolling through and seeing other people's reels, you can still save the music selection and then use it on yours, even when you're a business account, but you can't go find and search for Katy Perry and Lady Gaga and Doja Cat and all of those. You can't do that on a business account. You'll need to switch it to a creator account. Also, you just need to have a professional account in general, so you can view your insights and you can know how you're performing and you can know the best times that people are on for you to get the maximum exposure. mean, I'll be very transparent. My reels don't perform super well, but I have a defined and clear audience, and I get 95% of my business from Instagram and from people seeing my videos. What you want to create is your exposure, your brand online to get messages. Once you get the messages, that's when the ball's in your court and you have control of the conversation. And it's like a text message, right? It doesn't go away versus a comment. It is hard to find when you have to scroll back and find a comment in a reply thread. It's not as easy to come across that than if you can direct people to your direct messages and your call to actions. That way you always have that conversation and it's very easy to find. And it's just like texting. And every time you have a story that somebody responds to, it's just a nurturing, it's a way to continue to nurture that person, is if you can keep having conversations with them in your DMs. That's ultimately how it's going to work. It's going to be nurture, 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 contact. That's how it works. That's the cycle of it. My daughter's banging down my door right now. Okay, so back to sharing my screen.
That's that Zoom and work from home life, right, Nikki?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. So back to my screen here. I'm going to go back to Instagram. If anyone has questions about how to change it to a business or a professional account to a creator account, how do you know if you have a personal or a professional account? This home screen right here in the middle where it says edit profile, add tools, insights. The insights are how you're going to get into the mind of your social media to perform the best for you. Because I can tell you all day long, post at 6 a.m., post at 2 p.m. That's cookie cutter. That's not for you specifically. So if I look in my own insights and I go to my audience and I scroll down, I can see the days of the weeks. Today's Wednesday. So I can see that 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock are my prime time to make a post or a video, because that's when most of my people are going to be on. And then when I'm thinking of planning content in the future, I can look Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, you know what I mean? And I can look better. I can see that 53% of my people watching are women, 46.9 are men. I can see that what age groups they're in. I can see what locations they're in. It's pretty crazy. That's just for like an overall. Then if I go to my reels, well, like this one's at 1400. So let's look at the insights of that. So then I click on these three dots in the bottom right hand, and I click on the three dots and I go view insights. So I can see how many accounts I reached from it, how many plays it has, how many likes, how many comments, how many shares, and how many saves. And remember, the plays, the saves, and the shares are what matters. So at least the top, that's what matters at the top. So I have 1 save, 0 shares. So it has a little bit of a higher view count than this one right to the left of it has 343, but that's an extremely valuable one that I did a tutorial about. So if I go to my insights for that one, I have a save and a share. So the saves is really, really high up there. Someone's going to save that for later. So when they bookmark it and they refer back to it later, that's really important. So that's why it's important to create valuable content that they will refer back to later. It's really good for you in the algorithm. So back to our reels. I can find my audio. And again, I'm a creator account, so I can find better music, more popular music. The trending sounds, that's going to be a big one for you to pay attention to, because remember, the trending sounds, the more likely someone is to save your sound, the better you're going to perform and the more reach that you're going to get. So what happens is, I'll show you. If I go to what video? Okay, so this video, I'll hit the sound at the very, very bottom where it has that little arrow and it says original audio. So I'll click on it. And now it tells me that there's 63.8 thousand reels that have been created with this sound. And so now all the reels that are top trending in that sound, I'm going to have access to. So this is where you go with the noise, and people can watch and get inspiration of how people use that audio. So it's, when you have a reel, you go 5 times more places than you do a regular post. You still do your hashtags in the reel, just like you do in your post. And the sound, the length of time. So when we think of, I'll stop my share again, right? Because I want you to see my face. When we think about us, and I don't know how long everyone's been doing reels, or if everyone is pretty new to reels, but when you think about reels, you are given 60 seconds. That does not mean that you use those 60 seconds. If Instagram sees that you're creating reels and people are not watching them all the way through, then the AI thinks that your content is not valuable, and they're going to shove it down to where not as many people are going to see it. So if you can make 5 to 7 second reels to start and people watch them all the way through, that's going to help you better in the long run than if you start a really good strategy and it's really valuable, but people aren't watching them yet. Start small, start to mess with it and play around with it. 5, 7 seconds, just do a quick something. And then once you can view your insights and you can start seeing that, it's being watched and how many plays it has, and if it has saves and shares and stuff, that will be good for you. And you can start sprinkling those promotional reels, those educational reels that may take up more time, because you're starting off on a better foot. With Instagram, they really help small creators. Someone's first reel typically does really well. I've got a friend in property inspections. One of her reels has, I think it was at 300,000 views, and it was one of her first reels. So, and they constantly push them out, right? So you'll get an initial push out, and then they'll push it out again in a week, and then they'll keep constantly testing it. Again, it's so new, we don't know all the ins and outs to it yet, but we can get on them as soon as they get released, and then adapt to the change as it comes. So that's kind of really some main things to focus on. Some things to avoid, some things that Instagram has stated will not work in your favor, are if you post TikTok watermarked videos to reels, they will not push them out. You will not get them on the soundbite. You will not get them anywhere else. You'll see like famous people or larger accounts do it. They don't need to worry about the growth. They have it. You know what I mean? They have it. They don't need to worry about it, so they don't need to care. But avoid posting TikTok watermarked videos to their reels. There's an app, I'll put it in the chat. It's called snaptic.app. It's a website, not an app, excuse me. And you can load your TikTok video in there, and it'll remove the watermark for you, and it'll keep everything else. And lighting, good lighting and high resolution videos are going to perform better. So get yourself a ring light, or like, I'm frugal McDougal, so I do things the bougie on a budget way, but I'll put my stuff in
Yeah.
so the natural light will pop in. Like now my face is half shadowed. I don't care right now, but if I was doing a video, then I would shift it to be strictly in front of the window so the full lighting hits my face, and then save it to the highest resolution possible. So those are some, the audio, lighting, resolution, and no watermarks. Those are things to really pay attention to, and then starting short and then expanding your time.
Nikki, we did have a question. How do you put like photos and videos together, like clipping them all together on Reels?
Yeah. So I'll share my screen again, and I'll show you. I have everybody else's stuff except my own in there, so I might use somebody else's stuff. Screen share, start broadcast. So I'll go back to my thing, and then I will add a reel. So how I would do that is I would either film myself like this in little snippets. So my timer up top is counting down, and then I'm done. And then I can start a new clip. So then now a new clip is being started and it's counted down. So that's how I can do it in real time. Or I can go to my bottom left where I upload stuff. And then I can go find any videos or stills. There's my daughter drawing on Post-its. I mean, and I can see there's a little thing on the very bottom. I can choose how long I want that to be. So it defaults at 5 seconds, but I can make it 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, stuff like that. And then I hit add, and then it contributes to the timer up top, telling me how much time I have left. I can go in, and I can add that. Now it contributes to the timer up top. Then I can go, I don't want any sound to come on it. Let me do, hopefully it doesn't. But anyway, so it's frozen because I'm trying to do on my phone to zoom and it doesn't always go right. But then I can add text, right? So when you see people pointing and it has like those texts pop up, that's probably the biggest question that I get asked. Like, how is it that the texts are popping up and going away? See, on the top right is where the capital A lowercase, so you add your text, can say, say whatever you want, slide it wherever you want, and then see how in the bottom left, it has that little text box. Now I can choose how long I want it to be. So I can slide it how long I want to be. I can change the color. I can make it animated. I can do a lot of things with it. And again, it's just going to be slow on the phone, but you get the idea of all the things you can do. I like social media. So now I have a new text box, and then I can click on the bottom left-hand side, and then I can choose how long I want that, when I want it to appear, when I want it to go away. And then I can like slide those anywhere I want with my finger. Then I mean, sometimes people add little GIFs, right? So I can add a little GIF, and then the GIF is in the bottom center again. I can slide that when I want that to come on and when I want that to go away. So text, GIFs, stuff like that. Always, always, always caption your videos. If you are talking, always caption them. There is a whole audience. I mean, 80% of people don't watch videos with sound because we're watching videos when we're not supposed to, right? When we're trying to put our kid down for a nap or to sleep at night, when we're in meetings, when we're on Zoom calls, you know what I mean? Like, we're constantly scrolling. So 80% of people are watching video without sound. So if you do not caption your videos when you're talking, then you're missing out on 80% of people. So I hope that helped explain just some little tutorials on how to do stuff on there. I'm just looking at the chat again.
Yeah, we got another question.
Yeah. When you create a reel video to release later, what does it get stored? Oh, okay. So I have been, I'm getting PTSD thinking about this. I have been so screwed, it's not even funny when I try and draft my reels. So when you have, I'll share my screen again just to show you. Thank you for being patient with me, everybody.
This is great content, Nikki.
Good. Can you see my phone? Yeah, you can, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if I go back to my this reel, I can go next, and then I can write my caption. Can you still see it?
No, it's not on. Okay. It's not on.
All right. Let me get, okay. I was like, where is it? Okay. So let me share my screen again. Start. Okay, there we go. All right. So when I'm back in my Instagram, let's go back. So here's the little fake reel that I made. And then I'm going to go next. And then I'm going to write my caption. And then I'm always going to click share to my feed because I want it to show up on my feed. I want my friends to see it. I want it to show up on the reel feed. I want it to show up under the music feed. I'm going to share it to my stories, right? I'm going to make this thing get massive exposure. At the very, very bottom, if you can see, it says share or save as draft. So the toolbar might be blocking it just a little bit, but the save as draft, that's where you save it for later. You can't schedule reels yet, but you can save them as a draft. And then what happens is there it is right there it's my first one. I just want to give you some caution just because I have been screwed. And if you log out, if your phone dies and shuts off and powers off, it might not be there when you log back on. It's pretty glitchy. Again, it's so new. It's got bugs. It's not perfect. So just be careful. I also make 90% of my videos in an app called InShot. InShot's my favorite video editing app. It's the same thing. You can add text, you can add clips from your phone, you can add videos, you can add photos. I find it because I have a TikTok, I have a YouTube, I have Instagram. So I am repurposing all of my, and Facebook will have Reels eventually as well. So instead of downloading my videos, I just make them on InShot and then I share them organically to all of these different apps. So it keeps the resolution. There's no watermark that I have to try and remove. I don't have to re-add sound and stuff like that. So for what it's worth, check out InShot as well. You won't have the music choices that you get on Instagram or TikTok though. So you could add a sound later.
Now, when you share from InShot onto Instagram, do you upload it under the Reels?
What? I'm sorry, repeat that.
Do you upload it under the Reels or do you just upload it as a video? Okay.
Yep, you upload it as a reel. Yep, because it'll give you all that toolbar, all those features to add music, to add a time, to add some filters. You can add filters later too. So that filter button works on videos and photos that you've already shot that are maybe not, maybe you don't love them and you want to add a filter on it. So you can add a filter later as well.
Gotcha. So it is very important to make sure that you're still uploading to the Reels and not just posting it to, your wall or something like that, correct?
Right. Yeah. If you just do a regular post and it's like, because you can do up to 60 seconds on a post before it converts it to an IG. So yes, you want to make sure you go + reel and then upload the video that you've created elsewhere.
Nice. Very nice. Well, if anybody else has any questions for Nikki, let us know.
And you guys saw my Instagram. It's Nikki Marketing. So I post a lot of tutorials on how to do stuff. I love Canva a lot. So I do a lot of like things that you can do in Canva for your real estate business. How to do some, certain reels, especially like transitionals where you see like somebody like pull down their shirt and there's a new shirt under it, or snap their fingers and they have a different look. You know what I mean? So there's fun. The point of it is to have fun. It's not supposed to, be a chore. It may take a little bit longer at first, but it should be fun and it should be fun for your audience.
Nice. Thank you, Nikki. We're going to go over some of the, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, so Debbie says, I've run into an IG problem. I have 2 business IG accounts and 1 personal. That sounds like so much work for you to keep track of. 1, I have the IG app on 2 computers and my phone. Recently, I'm only able to get on 1 different account on each device. Do you know how I can fix this? So I have 2 business account, 1 personal. I have the IG app on 2 computers and my phone. Recently, I'm only able to get 1 different account on each device. Do you know? So if it's okay, I'm going to share my phone again. So I'll
It sounds like a multi-layered answer.
I don't know. And we might have to have a one-off for me to see. I might have to see exactly what you're facing. But what I would say is, like, if I want to go, nope, that didn't work. Can you see my phone?
Nope.
Stop. Start share. Yes. Okay. There we go. All right. So if I go to my Instagram, ooh, it's delayed, isn't it?
Yep, a little bit.
I might have gotten all I can out of this then. So in the bottom of on your Instagram, you're going to see your face. If you hold down on your face, it should pop up or other accounts that you manage. So, so let me know if that isn't the case, where if you're popping like clicking on your face in the bottom right hand corner of Instagram where you see your little profile picture, if anything pops up, there should also be an add an account under that. And I think I think the screen sharing's done. I think it's had enough.
Yeah.
But
Debbie's saying that she's an interior designer and a realtor, so she has 2 businesses. She doesn't do much on the personal account, just wants to follow her friends' posts. Debbie, you should be able to link all of those together, because I know at Landmark Title, I've got my personal account and I've got 2 Landmark Title accounts, and it's just literally I hold down, I can go back and forth while logged into just the one Instagram. They went wacky.
And I don't see on each. I am holding down and only one is showing. Does it let you add an account? Because you might have to redo it. I mean, I've had to do that, especially if I've had to download the app or whatever. It should let you add an account, and where you'll have to just re-log into those other 2, to where you will have that capability to hold down and then toggle between which account that you want to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you mentioned earlier, Nikki, that sometimes these systems, they do glitch.
They are glitchy.
You may have had everything set up, and then one day you get on and it's not anymore.
Yeah. I mean, without looking at it, I can 100% guarantee I can figure it out, but if without looking at it, I don't know what the issue is. If it's on the Facebook side with the account center, it might just take some finagling.
Well, Nikki, if you could go ahead and put your contact information in the chat window. Debbie, why don't you go ahead and reach out to Nikki, and we know she'll be able to help.
Yeah, that's me. Send me a message on Instagram, text me, email me.
All right, we're going to wrap up today. We're going to go over a couple other classes that we have coming up. So we do have a fantastic lineup for Marketing Matters this month in September. Next week, we've got Sonia coming on. She's also in BNI. Yay, BNI. And she is going to talk to us about building a referral-based business, because that's exactly what we do. If you've never heard of BNI, it's Business Networking International. It is the biggest networking, small business networking group in the world, because it is very precise on how to work your referral system. So Sonia's built up a great business for herself based on building referrals. So she's going to be on next week. And then the rest of the month, we've got Patty Hatton. She is a property manager, and she's going to talk to us about making money with investment properties. And then we've got, at the end of the month, we've got Carlos coming on to talk about navigating the virtual landscape post-pandemic. That's exactly what Nikki and I were talking about first thing this morning, is that things are changing, and what are we going to be doing? How do we navigate this? Because do you have Zoom fatigue? Do you want in-person? Can you have in-person? If you can't, how are you going to get the most value out of what is offered out there? So great series coming up this month. You will not want to miss it. And then if you couldn't get enough Instagram today, Patty and Michael are hosting an Instagram class this afternoon. This one's in person, but it's going to be a small group. So if you want any more information on that, if you need a little bit more Instagram help, let us know. We'll get you on that. And then I'm really excited about this class series coming up, because we're going to be in person. Once again, small numbers, socially distanced. But if you're in the East Valley and you want to come to our video mastery class, we're going to cover video 101, which is your video basics, video 2.0, which is going to be a little bit more upping your game, video editing. And yes, we're going to continue the topic of Reels. So this will be a very hands-on class. Come prepared with Facebook Live, with your laptops, with your phones, because because it's in person, we're going to sit down together. It's not just going to be us telling you what we're doing. It's going to be actually breaking it down and helping you through these steps. So this is going to be in the East Valley. And the first series starts tomorrow. If you can't make one of them, or you're just interested in one of them, let us know. You can attend. You don't have to attend the whole series. You can pick and choose from this series. But it's going to be starting tomorrow, and then it's going to be every 2 weeks, basically. Then we've got some CE classes coming up. So tomorrow, we've got divorce real estate. This CE class is going to be in person. This is going to be at our Arrowhead Landmark Title office. So our Arrowhead office is at the atrium, and this is going to be in our training room. So if you need some CE credits, this one's only $10. And guess what? It's in person. Oh my gosh. I know a lot of people are wanting some in-person classes, but once again, space is limited. So if you need this class, reach out. And then we've got some realtor mind tricks classes coming up. I love, love, love teaching this class. And I love hosting these masterminds. They are super, super fun. And once again, they're all about building your referral-based business. So this one with Zach, this starts next week. This one's going to be over in the Goodyear area. So if you work with Zach, if you're in the Goodyear area, you want to attend this. These are going to be in person, but once again, we're going to keep our numbers down. We're going to socially distance. This is actually a very large training room over at Caliber Home Loans. So this is going to be a lunch and learn at 11 a.m. on September 14th. So we're going to have this class. It's a 1-hour class, and then we're going to do some masterminding with it. And then on the same day, Patty and Michael have headshots going on. So if you need a new headshot, like I said, if you're still doing, the 1980s realtor headshot, let us know. This one's going to be at OnQ Financial. It's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please RSVP for this. And then we've got a couple online CE classes. I personally still really love these online CE classes because I almost said they're quick. They're all 3 hours long. They're not quick, but you're doing it from the comfort of your own home. You do have to have your camera on. You do have to participate, but they're really convenient. You're not traveling. In between the breaks, you get to actually get caught up on business. So take advantage of these. We're going to be rolling out several more of these throughout the fall. This next one is going to be next week, Thursday, September 16th. It's at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's only $10. So register for that and get these credits in before the end of the year. Then I've got another mastermind coming up. This one's going to be with Mary. This is going to be downtown towards the end of the month on September 29th. So if you work with Mary, if you're interested in going downtown and being a part of not only this class, but like I said, there's a mastermind associated with it. If you really want to grow your business, please reach out. And then, wait, there's more. Melinda's doing one too. So this is a really great thing about having such a large company, having 6 offices across the valley and having so many business development managers, is that we can bring content like this to so many different groups. And like I said, these are all in person. So because they're in person, we want them to be those smaller, more intimate groups that we can, spend time with, but in a very socially distanced, appropriate way. So it's awesome to be able to offer all of these Realtor Mind Trick classes starting this month. This one's going to be on September 30th. They're all lunch and learns. That's right. We're going to feed you too. So if you want more information about this one, please reach out to Melinda. And last, but certainly not least, already getting into October classes. On Thursday, October 21st, we're going to do a solar CE class. This one's going to be with the famous Tara. She's awesome when it comes to solar CE. So please register for this. It's not too early to register. You can register now, put it on your calendar, and we'll see you there. And that's it. Whew. Classes, man. Love it. Thank you so much to Nikki for coming on today. I know I play around with Reels a little bit, but I'm so excited to take some of these techniques and get more comfortable out there. And if you guys have any questions, we get asked all the time, because our business development managers, we help so much with marketing, we help with ideas. We really do as much as we can to have your real estate business just launch and be incredible. But so frequently, we also get asked, can you do it for us? We cannot do your social media for you. We can help you with ideas. We can be on your social media for you, but we cannot do it for you. There are limitations to what we have available, but you know who can? It's Nikki. So we love our industry partners that can help us out with these things. So thank you, Nikki, for coming on. You did put your information in chat, correct?
Yep. Yeah, I do a lot of Reels coaching. You know what I mean? That's really where kind of my market has gone is, I know I need to be on video. I have no idea what to do or what to talk about or, how to do the sounds. The sounds are a big one, how to do those dub overs, how to do those transitions. So, you know what I mean? Like you'll get to a point where you'll be comfortable, you'll try it, you'll do things, and then you're like, okay, I want more, I want to do better. That's when kind of we can work together and get you where you want to be.
Absolutely. And guys, in real estate, you all wear so many hats. So when you have a great partner that can help you out with one of the many hats you're wearing, it's worth it. So thank you, Nikki. Thank you to our business development management team. Beth, Becky, Melinda, Mary, Eric in Las Vegas, Zach, Patty, Michael, and Jessica. Please reach out to them for any of the great classes that you saw, for, anything that you want to attend and any ideas that you have. If there's content that you want to see out there that you have questions about, reach out to them. That's the amazing thing about what we get to do on Marketing Matters is that whatever you want, whatever is relevant, we get to bring you that content. So thank you guys for attending today. And as always, thank you to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you Marketing Matters every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And please think of Landmark Title on your next contract. We'd love to work with you. We have 6 offices across the valley to service all of your title and escrow needs. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Nikki.